everybody. Welcome back to Talking Comics Holiday Edition.
Woo!
Yeah, this week we reviewed Pretty Deadly. It's an Image comic by Kelly Sue DeConnick and art by Emma Rios. I love Kelly Sue. She does Captain Marvel and she's done Ghosts and a bunch of other awesome stuff. For Pretty Deadly, I enjoyed it. What do you think?
I enjoyed it as well. I do like the art in it. My only issue with it is that I feel like through the comic there's so much going on via illustration that it's hard to focus on the story of what's being told. But aside from that, it's really not that bad, unlike other people who said it was the worst thing that they have read.
Exactly. And they think it's cool to tear comics in half. Shame on them. No.
Shame. That's a lump of coal in your stocking from Santa this year.
Exactly. Never do that. No matter how awful you think it is. People work on this.
There are bounty hunters that will take you out.
Exactly. But yeah, I totally loved it. And I actually enjoyed the craziness in there. Like my eyeballs loved it. I loved reading it. And
I'm old, so I go senile a little bit when I'm reading them. Like, back in my day, there was only one picture to a page. But the art in it is actually very, very fascinatingly done. Like, the color schemes for everything is very gritty, very dark. There's a girl with a vulture cape on.
Exactly. It's really
which
cool.
is pretty rad, in my opinion. And then there's a blind dude that shoots people from like a million miles away without even looking.
Exactly,
There's a woman named Big Alice who is searching for something, it seems like, and she goes and she shoots this dude because he doesn't have it anymore, and she looks kind of cool, and actually she kind of reminds me of Vampire Hunter D, like the illustration that they did for Vampire Hunter D, because she has a really
totally
long hat and the cape and some other stuff.
The comic is set in kind of like this Western era where it seems like a lot of people are superstitious. Like they're superstitious over this fairy tale type story thing.
It's almost kind of like they put on a little like play almost, like in front of all these people, like for money though. But it's based on like a true legend of some kind, and it's pretty cool how they do it. The writer did a really good job of writing it because it all rhymes and everything. And the pictures that they have for it kind of look a little bit like tarot cards, with like the titles underneath them, under the image and everything. It's about death, falling in love, but the woman wanted to die, and then they had a baby.
Yeah.
And that is all we know.
Exactly. There's barely more to it, but we don't know.
Right.
And yeah, so I definitely do approve of this comic. I did like it. Like everybody in the shop here is reading it and they love it. And I believe she's like on issue 2 or 3 right now.
I think issue 2 just came out
2
weeks ago or a week ago.
Yeah. And so Pretty Deadly, definitely approve.
High five. High five. Explosive high five.
Go!
Yeah!
Yeah. And so to set a good example, we wanted to talk about things that are good to tear in half.
Things that are good to tear in half with Jenny and Cynthia.
Like this awesome, delicious smash burger here.
With 50 million different kinds of cheese
I
on
got
it.
every single slice of cheese that they had tight. Oh God, just falling apart. And put this on here. So that's good to split with a friend.
That's good. So are delicious and chocolatey Kit Kats that you can snap in half.
Splitting your check. Cool thing. Your money.
Make it rain, make it rain, make it rain, make it rain.
And what are bad things to split in half?
Comic books are a bad thing to split in half.
Tearing parts in half is bad. Ripping it.
You know what we mean. No matter how much you dislike something, don't tear a comic book up.
All right, well, there we go. Done with this edition of our holiday edition of Talking Comics. You can follow us on Facebook at Heroes and Villains Tucson and our Twitter and Tumblr under HME Comics. Okay, bye, everybody.
Bye. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Woo.
Bye. This burger now. Oh, they put mustard on it. I said no mustard.
Are you sure it's mustard?